Good evening, everybody. Quick Toolbox Tuesday update on actual Tuesday for a change. This could be a quick one. I keep getting interrupted and I'm running out of battery and it's almost bedtime. So only a few changes. The first one is those new long Phillips and flathead screwdrivers showed up. So I just put them on the outside here. Those Torx that I had, I just moved them into the special screwdriver drawer. I had a little bit of room because I had that multi-bit precision screwdriver set in the back that I never really used, and I actually had a friend that was looking for a particular screwdriver for her vapor machine or vape machine, so that one happened to have it, so I just gave it to her because she was having trouble finding one, so did that. Other than that, really no changes for tools. Toolbox is beginning to work out though. I've been pushing pretty hard, working on the Jeep and a few other projects, and I do genuinely pretty much use everything that's in here, so they're not just sitting here collecting dust, I guess. Some good news and some bad news. So we'll start with the good news. I have a rear axle, and my rear axle is actually installed with tires. So one issue I do have, I gotta double check. I got a bit of a drip on the bottom there, so I might have to it might just be a loose bolt. I'm pretty sure I torqued them all, but I have what's called a lube locker gasket. It's a reusable one, so you don't have to run a bead of silicone. But they're really picky if the surface for the diff isn't completely flat. So I may have to drain it and fill it up again and just double check the mating surface. But had to do a little bit of fabrication work today. This Jeep originally had a 2-inch Old Man Emu lift on it that I'm still using, but I've added a 1-inch spacer as well as it has a 1-inch body lift. So that 1 inch is kind of causing me some problems, and I kind of anticipated it, and so I kind of tried to schedule around it, but unfortunately my schedule's gone to shit. So, but anyway, one of the things I was fabbing up, that new shinier black thing, that's just my own homegrown brake relocator bracket. For me only adding an inch than what it was before, I'm not going to worry about right now about getting longer lines. We'll see if that works, but I just kind of copied similar design of what I've found on the internet for different companies, what they make, and kind of just made my own. I had some flat stock here in the shop, so a couple bolts and just reused the original J-clip that was there and the 10mm bolt, and away we go. So fabbed the 2 up for the rear and 2 up for the front, and go from there. The other issues I'm having right now is, well, number one, this Jeep did have wheel spacers on it originally. I've ordered different rims, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to have to run the wheel spacer. I guess we're going to find out in a bit, but as you can see, it's kind of close to the front here. I've been trimming it a bit. Sorry for the angle here. I'm kind of close to the wall. When it does compress, it goes on a backwards arc, so it's not going to contact that front there. So I might be able to get away with these stock control arms for a bit, but I wouldn't mind pushing it back about a ½ inch or an inch. So we're going to see about, I'm looking into some different adjustable control arms they're making, some, I don't know what I'm going to end up doing. And also I'm looking at new sway bar links, because I don't like the angle of this sway bar right now. So, and then I'm also going to be fabbing up kind of a skirt to go in the bottom of the frame there, the bottom of the body to the frame there, using those holes. I'm not putting the original fender liners back in because I'm running these. These are basically stock fenders that were cut and turned into fat fenders. I got them for free. I kind of want to save my original ones. They got some scars on them from some obstacles in Moab and Colorado that I'd like to label the fenders and just kind of hang them on the walls of memento, because I don't know if I'm going to ever get to go back. The way life's going right now, I probably won't be able to. So that's the good news. Progress on the back. Like my friend Tiffany, she was able to come this last weekend and kind of help me get stuff figured out on the back, and help me pump up the jacks and stuff. And we had the back axle in about 5 hours, so worked out pretty good. Had some trouble because it's been a while since I had it apart, so I kind of was having trouble remembering which way the control arm, the sway bar link went. So I had to take that apart a few times. But so that's the good news anyway. Now to the bad news. Still missing a real key part of the Jeep up here, so it's still not done. So that means that this thing will not be going to the family reunion in a week. I have, I think, counting today, 7 days till my reunion. So Not going to happen, because even if it was to show up tomorrow, I still got to paint it, which will take, a day or two depending on how busy I am with work, because I got to do a couple coats. And then I got to install it and put everything back in together and solve a couple other issues and then get it down for wheel alignment. And I wanted to take it for a shakedown run before I went on a big trip. And like I said, at the back there, adding that extra inch has changed some geometry, and I've been getting conflicting answers on some questions I've had. I'm trying to do my research. I keep getting different answers. And so now I think I finally got the definitive plan until I get told different again. But so anyway, I've channeled Minter, Freiberger, and Finnegan from Roadkill. Made my list. And yeah, there's no way I'm going to get that done in 7 days. So, and I don't have all the parts that I need to get that done in 7 days. I'd hoped that I'd have the axles back a couple months ago, which I didn't think was a problem originally. I thought that was going to happen. And I would have some, time, a couple months for eliminating some issues, but didn't work out that way. So, and it is what it is. My buddy was trying to help me out, and he got busy. He's got his own life too. So I can't get mad, but it's just really disappointing and frustrating because, I've been wanting this for a whole year now, and I haven't driven this Jeep since October. So anyway, there's the new rims. So that's a better look at what those rims look like. So they are an actual beadlock, as you can see, and they're mounted good to go. They sealed up really good. Yeah, good to go. So I got the old fenders still there. I've been kind of cannibalizing them. I got to try and make some kind of inner fender liner a little bit just to kind of protect the engine compartment in here. You can see I made the relocation bracket for that line as well. So basically waiting for that axle to show up, and then I can start putting that back together and we'll go from there. But at least one end of it's done. So it's kind of cleaning up the shop a bit too. I had a bunch of parts here on the counter, so I got some parts still on here. Transmission gasket pan, or the pan for the transmission, sitting underneath this old shirt. I think I figured out what the problem was, where it was leaking from. I just don't know what caused it yet. But it looks like it's just part of the seal for the trans pan, for the pan came loose or broke out. So, but hopefully I can seal it back up and it'll stay sealed. So, but anyway, I kind of cleaned up there a bit, and I reorganized these cupboards a little bit and got my old parts labeled and put away. So made some more room. I'm liking the condition of the shop's in. It's a little bit more clean, but anyway, bedtime for me. I got an early morning transfer got to go on, so I'm gonna, hopefully in the next few days some more parts will show up, but I'm not gonna keep killing myself working late night when I know I'm not gonna make my deadline. So it'll get done when it gets done. I got a truck and a car I can take to the reunion, so it's not like I'm lacking a vehicle. It would be worse if this was the only thing I had to drive. So, and once it's actually done, I'm hoping to take it out a couple times this year before winter, and then I'll probably end up putting some storage plates on it for a bit. So anyway, everybody else have a good night. Keep coming up with the videos, the toolbox updates and all that. I really enjoy watching everybody's videos. And again, if you got any pointers or any comments, leave them below. Thank you.